Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Let's just dive right in, shall we? Today, we are tearing down a pretty massive problem. Why deterministic automation, those fragile, old-school trigger chains we've all been relying on, is fundamentally failing the modern enterprise. But more importantly, we're unpacking the multi-agent architecture that is completely redefining what operational dominance looks like.
There's a quote from our source material that perfectly captures the core of our breakdown today. It says, "The organizations that will dominate are not those with the most sophisticated rules. They are those with the most adaptive reasoning." Think about that for a second. The winners aren't relying on rigid step-by-step instructions anymore. They are pivoting toward adaptive reasoning and dynamic, AI-driven goals.
All right, Section 1, the software rental trap.
Before we look at new architectures, we have to confront the core vulnerability that's holding businesses back. $180,000. Take a breath, because that is the actual staggering 5-year cost of simply renting a legacy CRM like HubSpot. It's a massive operational expense, and here's the kicker. It yields literally zero permanent infrastructure ownership for your enterprise. You're just renting the engine that runs your business while your data stays locked away in someone else's ecosystem.
So, because of this huge financial and technical drain, we're seeing a massive architectural pivot underway. On one side, you've got legacy automation. It's fragile. It relies on those if-this-then-that conditional triggers that break the second a single variable changes. On the other side, you have adaptive, goal-oriented, agentic AI that autonomously pursues your target outcomes. Honestly, it isn't just a software update. It is a total paradigm shift.
Moving to Section 2, agentic reasoning changes everything. Why does this shift matter so much? Well, let's look at the breaking point of modern marketing operations under linear execution. Right now, a typical mid-enterprise stack is held together by over 400 separate scripts. And what happens? They break, inevitably. You end up with 35% of your highly paid engineering capacity drained by pure upkeep. And that's being fueled by a 2.3 times year-over-year explosion in edge case failures. It's a completely unsustainable headache.
To fix this, we have to completely reverse how we build. Configuration is replaced by intention. Maintenance is replaced by continuous evaluation. Instead of just freezing up when it hits a weird edge case, an agentic system actually interprets the ambiguous signals. It adapts and continuously revises its path to actually achieve your target objectives.
Which brings us to Section 3, inside the gas orchestrator.
Okay, so let's get into the technical high-level architecture overview. How do we actually build this resilient infrastructure? The system is deeply integrated into a self-hosted, serverless stack. It leverages Google Apps Script, the Gemini 1.5 AI reasoning engine, and BigQuery for data warehousing. By building this natively within your own Google Workspace, you aren't just getting better tools. Technical executives finally maintain absolute architectural sovereignty over their code and data pipelines. You actually own your infrastructure.
And this is where we really see the strengths of agentic marketing architecture in action. This stack enables a multi-agent division of labor where specialized AI models run concurrently. Think of it like a highly specialized workforce. Sentinels act as event-driven watchdogs. The autonomous CRM handles the data layer. The Pulse runs complex analytics by parsing APIs, and the Factory serves as the generative engine. This setup provides incredible, natural fault tolerance and highly specialized execution right at the edge.
To put that scale into perspective, let's just zoom in on the autonomous CRM module for a second. The system continuously sources data via APIs, verifies emails in real time, enriches profiles with professional data, and then applies algorithmic scoring. According to the source data, this engine processes over 4,000 verified scored leads every single hour, and it does this without a single drop of human data entry required. That is the true, scalable power of agentic architecture.
All right, Section 4, from SEO to GEO.
Now, this level of autonomous intelligence extends directly into how your brand actually captures market share. Enter Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. This is the rigorous practice of structuring your content so AI-driven search engines can seamlessly analyze, extract, and summarize it. Look, the era of 10 blue links, it's totally over. If your architecture isn't optimized for machine readability and LLM primacy, you are essentially building a digital ghost town.
So how do you do that? A critical technical lever here is entity anchoring. By using precise JSON-LD schema, you link your on-page concepts directly to established, authoritative knowledge bases. You're accurately mapping your digital assets into a vector space.
Basically, you stop crossing your fingers, hoping an AI model understands your intent, and you start feeding it definitive, parsable truths. Because of this, modern search strategy requires mastering 3 overlapping layers. First, technical SEO for pristine architectural mainframe and core web vitals. Second, answer engine optimization, or AO, to win those zero-click interfaces. And finally, GAO to establish LLM primacy. Nailing all 3 ensures your brand functions as a definitive entity, securing absolute dominance across both traditional map packs and emerging generative AI platforms.
Which leads us to our final part, Section 5, Future, Autonomous Operations.
As we look at the direction the company's tech stack is heading for 2026 and beyond, the data undeniably proves where the industry has to go. The numbers show a massive jump in diagnostic precision. Moving from a single-agent model gives you about a 12% error reduction. But a multi-agent workflow, that jumps to 34%. Dividing complex tasks among specialized worker models drastically increases both processing speed and accuracy. This is for sure the new standard.
And that really brings us to a fundamental truth. The architecture you choose today completely defines the operational ceiling you can reach tomorrow. Transforming your operations from a recurring, rented expense into a proprietary, sovereign capital asset. That is absolutely the ultimate strategic move for any modern technical leader.
So I want to leave you with one stark, high-stakes question as you think about the future sovereignty and intelligence of your business operations. Will you own your engine or keep renting it? Think about that for a bit. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep optimizing, keep questioning the status quo, and I'll catch you next time.